Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Honeydew Acres. Today is going to be a hodgepodge of tasks, and it is very windy again, so I apologize for that. Right now, we're taking some sugar water that we just made up to go feed the bees. They were out flying pretty good yesterday, and it's finally starting to get warmer. It's actually supposed to get some 70s this coming up week, so it'll be a good opportunity to feed them. So we have a 5-gallon bucket that we drill holes through, then it creates a vacuum that will eventually stop flowing. Simple as that. Feed the bees. All right, a little bit of a baby chick update. We have lost 5 of them, unfortunately. They are starting to get nicely feathered out. While I was cutting and splitting firewood, I found these grubs. We're going to go ahead and give them a little bit of a treat today. Well, it doesn't even look like they noticed they're there. Too busy paying attention to me, but as you can see, they are starting to get feathered out. And like I said, we lost 5 of them so far. 4 of them within the first couple days, which kind of is to be expected. I anticipated that happening, but we ended up losing another one just last night, which I wasn't anticipating that. When I was out here checking on them yesterday, everybody looked happy and healthy, and then came up this morning and one was just gone. So as you can see, a lot of our snow has finally melted. Still a super muddy mess back here though. Oh, just realized that his buddies left him. Run, 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 run. Gotta come see what's going on out here. We'll be doing some fence repairs in this little corral area today as well. Want to make sure that it's pig proof now that everybody's out exploring a little bit more than what they were before. So the next activity is out here at the 706, old Rusty Trusty, and we're going to add a little bit more hydraulic transmission oil. It seems to be a little bit on the low side. Actually needs to be just swapped out at some point. They sure didn't make this simple to get to, did they? Holy moly. Let's see how much of this stuff we're going to dump on the ground. Well, there's one successful task. Well, I should say now we have 2 successful tasks so far today. Let's continue on. So today's been a very busy day. Unfortunately, I wasn't very good about recording. We did get the manure spreader here pulled out. As you can see, the deck or the flooring is, well, it's about as bad as our hay stacking. So maybe next weekend we'll look at pulling this apart, getting the deck yanked apart, and then start working on replacing it. We do need to replace the beater here, and then take some sheet metal and pound it in around here and kind of seal back up around the gearbox and everything. But we'll be able to turn it around and make it useful. Another thing that we did is replace the battery on this old 8N. That way we can start utilizing it again. Still not running quite right. Once it starts getting underneath the load, it wants to cut out. So I think we got to do a little work to the carburetor. As you can see, the majority of all the snow is melted. We got some piles here and there, but it's mostly gone. Went through and we put together this little temporary fence here in our smaller paddock to keep the critters out, so that way they can not go over to this side or the opposite side and start tearing it up, rooting in the soft ground, sinking in and making it into a mud pie. Give the grass a chance to grow, so that way they'll have something to go on here before we put them out to the main pastures. But yeah, definitely not a pretty fence, but it'll do. Got some junk cleaned up around out here. Put together a little cow-proof corner over here with a pig water. So that's I think it's a 40-gallon or 42-gallon barrel with a pig nipple drinker on the bottom. And then we put a hot wire across. Pigs can go underneath it, but it'll keep the cattle out. I'll actually have some drier areas to lay down in. Yeah, talking about you. Once it dries out a little bit, we'll be able to get back in here and haul some manure out of here, but that is very soupy, and I'm afraid I'd end up getting stuck. And then lastly, we went through, well, you can see the white barrel IBC tote is gone. Got a fence post put in to hold the gate, and then we got all the rest of the junk from out inside there. So that's going to be where we lock in the boar here in a little bit, separate from the ladies. They're starting to get close to the age where, you know, they'll be looking at each other a little bit differently. And we want to be able to control our breeding and when we are going to have piglets on our farm. So we're going to segregate them here for a little bit. Probably going to build a separate shelter for the boar and the sows. I'm actually thinking about turning this into a dual pen farrowing area. We'll see. Lots of ideas going around. Well, I think he wants you to move. Got a fence post here. Well, you can see our gate isn't very gatey. We got a fence post here that ended up snapping off. We'll be looking to pull that out here in the next week or two. Get that replaced. So that way we can get the cattle out to our pastures, once the grass starts growing. So, yeah, it's been a very, very busy day. Got a lot accomplished. Again, apologize that I didn't record very much of it. Unfortunately, I was out here with my sons and we were going hard at it and just didn't really grab the camera and start working. So you can kind of see we're walking around our pasture. I don't think I've taken anybody out here. In fact, I know I haven't taken anybody out here because, you know, there was 1.5 feet, 2 feet of snow out here not that long ago. So we got to go out and pull soil sample tests here at some point. We'll be spreading most likely lime, probably some nitrogen, who knows what else, trace minerals that need to go out on here. You can see we got to get our temporary fence restrung. We'll keep the cattle to this side and allow the other side to grow so we can hay it this year again. But what I'm showing you, or what I'm walking towards, is the damage that the wind and snow, well, the snow, but the wind from drifting did to our fence. And hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad right now for everybody. I mean, you can tell just as we walk closer how much more snow was sitting over here compared to everywhere else. Just really drifted in this corner. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix the fence. Well, I mean, I know I can fix the fence, but I don't know if it makes sense to fix the fence or if I'm just going to end up ripping it out and putting in a new section over here. Huh. A ton of bird poop over here. I don't know if that's turkeys that have been hanging out in this tree. But you can see the winter definitely played havoc on our fencing. It is just knocked to the ground. Here I'm walking on the snow. Just ripped apart. Completely ripped off the fence. I mean, look at that. It's just destroyed the fence down through here. So like I said, I don't know if I'm going to try to fix this or rip all this wiring out and just put a whole new fence section in, because I can't trust this to hold our critters in. Maybe down to that wood post. I don't know if it comes across in the video, but the wood post down there, all the way down through the corner post. Just replace this section. That, and then I was thinking, because there's some big rocks back in through here, and obviously some tree debris. I mean, that's easy enough to clean up. But I was thinking about fencing this section off, this corner, and turning it into a like a pig playground back here. I don't know. Just thoughts. We're going to be creating a spot for some bottle calves. I think we're going to get 5 or 6 bottle calves here pretty soon. Raise them up. And then we thought about getting another 5 or 6 directly after them once those pens are free, and just keep doing that all summer long. Maybe get 15, 20 going out here, maybe more. And then we thought about building an entire calving barn so we could raise 12 bottle calves at a time, and then keep what we can keep, sell through the farmer's market or direct to customers, friends, family, whoever, and then sell the rest of them at like the sales barn or whatever, or whoever wants weaned calves. I don't know. We'll see. Just throwing all kinds of different ideas out there to grow our farm. But what I want to appreciate is everybody who's watching, liking, subscribing, and helping us grow our channel. It does mean a lot to me. I do appreciate it. Hopefully everybody had an absolutely wonderful Easter with your friends and family. Hopefully all the little ones got to do a little Easter egg hunting. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much. Bye.